So, this is a new type of series that I want to start. It's basically just me doing a weekly trade review and looking at all the trades, seeing if I could do something better, if anything was um, aligning with my trade plan. And yeah, I already have like a couple weeks in it, but I'm gonna review the trades of the past week. So basically from Monday the 9th till Friday the 13th. So yeah, that's what it's gonna be. We're gonna look at the trades, see which one follow the rules, and hopefully we can use this to get a bit better because it does help, you know? I've done some reviewing, came to some conclusions, and I can go over them in a bit, but I want to start with looking at the trades of the past week. Um, so yeah, let's look at them. Um, we got the daily. The daily was pretty good. This is really clear. Like I include the daily now. I wasn't always including it, but now I do. Yeah, the daily is really good. The 5 hour is pretty good. Came out of the stage one, build up to the EMA, and then we have a sign of strength that we're in on the lowers. So yeah, same goes for this one. Not really a lot to say. It's just bullish, and it's pretty clean. Not really wiki, and yeah, I like these types of setups. You know, you got a impulse, a tight candle, and then an entry. I gotta admit, everything about this trade is pretty good, but the only thing I don't like is this, you know. I prefer entries like these ones, you know, where you have a strong candle, strong impulse, goes sideways, and then on the lowers, you'll be able, like, let me see which one it is. I think it's this one, right? And then you buy stuff something like this, I don't know. But yeah, I just want to see a really strong candle like this. I don't like this, and I want to try filter out as much trades because as you can see, this was already an unnecessary loss. Let me grab my journal with it. Let me grab my journal with it. So let me see which one this is. A micro gold. Yeah. So it's a -1. I would say the trade is not bad, but I'm still gonna put it as bad because this could have been prevented easily. It's not like a gray area trade. This is really clearly like not strong enough for me to take it. It's not a bad trade, but I want to be a bit picky, you know. I want to be a bit strict. Like this green trade is a good trade, and let's look at the impulse. This impulse is way stronger. Can you see? Like this is way stronger than, for example, this. You know, it's kind of sloping, and it's just kind of losing its momentum. So yeah, I'm gonna write bad trade, or not gonna write it, but just gonna mark it. And what went bad, I'm gonna write down the impulse was not strong enough on the V time frame, the validation time frame. Okay, let's look at the second trade. So this one, I messed up the order of the first three trades, but I think Canadian dollar, let me see, I think that's this one, right? Canadian dollar. No, 6C is Canadian dollar. So it's a -1. Let me put that here as well. So the daily is pretty good. I like this. I mean, not a lot to say coming out of the stage one after it flushed down a bit and then it pushed higher with strength. The overall market was like going choppy, but then sign of strength, built up stage ones and twos, flushed down, and it came up clean again, and then I just expected delivery. On the lower, same thing. You could say it's a bit low, but I don't mind because I still see this as a reaccumulation. Um, for now, I think this is fine for me. I've tested this plenty of times. You could say it's a bit early, which I could see why you might say that. Some people might wait for it to go sideways and then enter somewhere here. But for me, it's fine. I don't want to filter out an immense amount of trades. I just want to make them as clean as possible. And then later we might use this data to see if I'm getting too many losses in these types of areas. So we're gonna keep that in mind, but it's gonna be for later. And I actually gotta work with tags as well, because this would be something to put in like the tags, reaccumulation on the what is this, the 5 hour. But yeah, within like a higher time from stage one, as you can see. But yeah, this might be seen as extended. I don't really care about extension for now. The only type of extension I care about is like the NB extension. So it's either 5 MBs on the 5 hour for now. I don't trade it. Like if the MBs are like 4 or like 5 MBs, it made like 5 breaks of structure. I just don't trade it on the 5 hour based on the previous trades we took, because that would have prevented trades losses in the past. So that's how I'm gonna go forward with it. The 45-minute, I don't have that rule yet, or maybe I won't even include it at all. So this one looks fine. 6 minute, yeah, it was a bit illiquid here, but the market didn't open, and the moment the market opened, I got a bit better, so I was fine with it. You got a nice push, like this impulse is strong, that's good. It's a bit of a steep flush down. I don't see anything wrong with it, to be honest. It came up. You might say this is a bit illiquid. I think that's the major flaw of this trade. It's a bit illiquid, and you could see this as a flaw, but I'm gonna ignore this for now because I don't have enough experience with these types of trades to say that they are bad. I still take them every time I see them. So strong impulse, strong flush down, catch itself back up, and I buy stop the high. So I'm gonna be really strict and say it's a bad trade as well, based on the liquidity, because you can see, when the market is like super, how do you say this, blocky, like this one, like you can see the blocks, but like not a lot of liquid movement. It's just very blocky. Even on the live markets, the way it moves, you can kind of tell that it's not a market you want to enter on, because like you're kind of a couple ticks away, like 3 ticks away from your stop loss. And to be completely honest, I've seen them work. Like if you buy stop this high, for example, it's gonna go up anyway. But it's an easy way to see something and to not take it. It's like an easy filter to use. And yeah, I just want to be. It's better to take a bit of less. I realize that there is a really big psychological aspect with like being live that I kind of underestimated. So I want to be as strict as possible with my live trades. On the back test, I will keep taking these trades just to build experience with it, and I want to see my system in the worst conditions. But it's not gonna be something I want to take live. So 6C is a -1. I made it red because it's a bad trade, and e-liquid, e-liquid on E time frame. Yeah, it's a whole lot of trades, man. Like this is already not a good sign if you took so many trades in a week. So the next trade, daily is beautiful. Um, a bit choppy, but then it caught itself back up and it pushed off the EMA. That's also the reason I remember following this. Um, yeah, pretty strong. Goes sideways in a strong momentum. The MBs are not like +5 here. Wait, actually, I'm not sure. No, I think I counted this one. Wait, maybe I can launch the chart. Which Australian dollar? So 6A. Let me see. What day was it? The 9th. There. So I took the trade. Let me see, the 9th of February. Yeah, I took the trade here. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 MBs up. So it's fine. It's fine. So that's fine. Maybe I'll leave this up. So that's fine. 45 minutes. Yeah, pretty good. You might say it's extended, like I went over just now. I don't mind it. And yeah, I can immediately see what's wrong here. You know, like the thing is, I don't mind it being in like in a delivery already and taking it, but the prior candles before the setup, they don't signify any strength. Like this was the last down candle, and then you got these ones, and then it went sideways. So it lost momentum, and then it set up, and that's the one I took. So I don't like that, and it's illiquid. So we got the same thing again, you know. And the last weeks, I was dealing with the same things. Like they're getting better, and it's getting less, but it's still happening a bit too often, you know. So let me look. 6A was a break even. So break even. Let me copy this. PE, and it's gonna be red because the impulse and the liquidity, which we wrote down already. But this is really important. I really gotta keep that in mind. But I'm really happy with the hires now lining up, because prior in the past weeks I was like trading counter. I was counter trading and stuff, and I quit doing that because it would have saved me a lot. And I'm gonna go over how much it would have saved me. But so that's something I can write down immediately. Is counter trading did not happen, was following the trend of the hires. Okay, great. Yeah, same thing here. It looks almost identical to all the other ones. Flush down, very strong push up. Happy with looking down. Same thing here. Goes up, builds beautifully. Like this one is actually really good on the 5 hour. Builds beautifully. It's not extended. Yeah, this one is really nice. I actually like this trade. So let's look. Same thing again. Really weak impulse. This is not too illiquid. I'm fine with taking this. Like, look at the difference between this and this. This is a lot better than this. I wouldn't call this super blocky, you know, but it's not a good trade. And I think it was a loss. What was it? Swiss franc. So 6S, I think. Yeah, 6S. -1. -1. And it's actually a bad trade because of the impulse. But everything was pretty good on this trade. No illiquidity, so we know what we need to work on already. Like this is really good if you know what you're looking for in a trade and how your trade plan works and looks. And journaling, just reviewing is really helpful for this type of stuff. So yeah, this is really choppy. I just included it because of it was coming out of the stage one. Don't know if that's a good choice or a bad choice, but you know, I did it. This is a lot better. Like it went from being choppy to going sideways and being clear. So I'll give myself a pass on that, but I'll keep this in mind because this is not ideal, you know. But yeah, you need some time to like calibrate and to see like what to look out for, because it's totally understandable for me to enter on the lowers here, you know. Yeah, it looks fine, pretty good. That looks really good. I actually like this. 45 minute. Yeah, this trade is really good. I actually like this. Yeah, this was a good trade. Even though the hires were not good, I can, it's a bit of a gray area right now. So I'm not really fully convinced about how I want the daily to look. Obviously, I want it to be bullish or like one-sided or like short, but you don't have like clear stage ones and twos. You don't have a clear impulse and then a contraction to the MAs. You don't really have it, the same way as you have it here. Maybe like for example here, push up, goes sideways, push up, goes sideways, push up, goes sideways. It's really clear to see. Even here, chopping around, push up, goes sideways, fails, pushes up, contracts, delivers, and then it contracts again. But here it's like kind of choppy, so I might have to keep that in mind. Actually, I should consider that. Yeah, there's no need to do that. I'll write it down immediately. Choppy one day with no clear stage ones and twos. Let me see. What was this? YM, I think. Yeah, YM. -1. But this one, yeah, this one was great. I like this one. This was a good trade. Um, and that's funny. It's like this is like the second good trade that fully met all my rules in the past 4 weeks. So can you imagine? I'm gonna go over how much I would have been up or down based on that. But it's really interesting once you go back to your trades and look at them because it's gonna help me so much. Yeah. Let's see. And the rest is all -1, so we can just remember that. But yeah, Australian dollar daily looks good. 5 hour, 1, 2, 3. It's the same one we counted, I think. 4, but this time is 5. This is 5 and B's up. That's a lot of mistakes, man. That's not needed. 5 MBs up on the 5 hour. But this is the stuff that happens, when you trade live, the emotions and everything. It starts to just get to you. And you start thinking really weird. But the more you do this and you focus on following rules, the easier it becomes, really. Because with all the mistakes, it's been getting better. Not really wiki. It's pretty contained, the wicks. So it's okay. Yeah, the impulse is fine. The push down is really strong and it almost comes to the 20, so I don't like that. Yeah, it's one of those. This is like a gray area trade. And actually, this one could have been valid if everything on the hires was like perfect, But that was not the case. Because of these MBs, so I would say a bad trade. Yeah, it's a bad trade. So next one. The daily is looking good. Oh, it's the same one. I just took a trade afterwards immediately. Yeah, same thing. It's pretty bad. Embarrassing, man. Embarrassing. Could have been better, man. But yeah, it's really important to do this, man, because it only takes like half an hour to an hour to review them really well and then be ready for the next week. Like today I don't have any trades because it's a bank holiday and I'm not going to trade, so I got some time to kind of look back on this. Bullish one day, 5 hour, 1, no pullback rule met, so it's like 1, 2, 3, so that's fine. Wiki, really choppy. Then it went sideways, it contracted, and I think that's the reason I still liked it. But then you got this huge wick. Yeah, you got this huge. This is really wicky on a 45 minute. I shouldn't have taken it. Yeah, this is really pushing it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna write it down. So two things. First thing is really choppy first of all, but the wicks is even. The wicks are even clear. You know, like you might say, oh, okay, got clean right here. I'm gonna take it, but if you look at the wicks, like this is not excusable at all. So it's actually really bad. And then we had the same thing with the 9 MA or with the 20 MA, where you got an impulse and it flushes all the way back down to the 20. I don't like that. I just want it to be above the 5, preferably, or the 9, or interacting with those, but not with this one, you know? Because it's like, yeah, I just haven't had any good experiences with it. And it would have kept me out of 2 trades now, as I could see. So I'm gonna write that down. So traded wiki 45 minute, which is my V time frame. No, wait, it's my C time frame. It's my C1. I'll just yeah, impulse went too low and interacted with the 20 EMA. Like, that's way too low. It doesn't even look good in my eyes, you know. So yeah, that one was bad. Daily really good. 45 minutes or 5 hour really good. It's like only 1 week, which is fine, totally fine. This is a bit choppy, but came down, pushed higher. I'm in a stage 2. It's excusable. This is not excusable. So the same thing again, that impulse, you know. So now we know what we gotta work on because it keeps reoccurring, you know. And look at this. This was the only valid trade, and look how much I took. And you can see, like, you can tell yourself in your life these small mistakes of being like, oh, it's not that bad, I can take it. Look how much it adds up, like in the grand scheme of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, like 18 trades that were not valid. That's minus 18 in 4 weeks, you know. You took an extra 18% loss if you risked 1%. That's insane. Just imagine. I'm gonna go over how much I would have made if I followed everything correctly. But it's really clear what I gotta work on. This is a bit choppy. I know the daily came down choppy, chopped around, but then I saw it getting above this stage 1 that I kind of imagined. Well, my stage 1s are like this, you know. So this is all stage 1 price action, but I kind of see I let something peek out of it, you know, like this one, and I just imagine a box being here, and that's like the area I don't trade unless it comes above it and shows me something there, which it did because it came above it, flushed down to the EMAs, and then it pushed off of it. So I can imagine this area being traded into. So I go to the lowers, we're in a very strong candle coming out of a lower time frame, fractal stage 1. Not extended at all because I don't look at the price, only the MBs in terms of extension. And I don't know what to make of this. Like, look at this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Like, all the trades that worked, like, let me go back to the trades that were good. Not work per se, but they were good. Couple candles made up that impulse. Couple strong big candles made the impulse. Correction was beautiful. No interaction with the 20. And it became a -1, but that was a beautiful one. Then we got price came up and then it goes sideways, but look at this, could have been prevented. So yeah, I really need the impulse to what went bad. The impulse was not strong enough in the feed time. It was too, how do you say this? It was too drippy. I don't know how you can explain that. It was too too low on momentum. Very unconvincing. I don't know how to word this. Unconvincing. Impulse that was made up out of a lot of smaller candles instead of a couple big ones. Yeah. So just imagine this rule alone. If I followed it correctly the whole week, right? No trade. No trade. Let's say it's a trade. The flush down to the 20 wouldn't have been valid, but let's say only using that rule, you had a trade, you had a trade, you had a trade, no trade, no trade. I would say a trade, no trade. So like 4 trades already, I think. There was like 4 trades that you already minimized based on one rule. Oh, based on one rule, right? So what went well? Yeah, I was following the hires correctly. I wasn't forcing as much trades. How crazy that may sound because of the amount, but I wasn't forcing as much trades in comparison to prior weeks. Yeah, I think the best thing is just the hires. The hires were really good, usually, except this one maybe, but they all made sense, you know. So this is really, I'm not gonna write anything here because, you know, it's not a lot of things to get. How this could have been better. Being honest with the rules and staying out. Better goal is to not take trades unless forced to because everything meets the rules. So yeah, conclusion, a lot to work on. All small issues that make up big mistakes live. Or if I did everything right, I think -1. Actual trades 1. Actual EV, I think -1 then, right? Potential RR. Oh, actual trades, I'm sorry. This one. The cost in RR. Yeah, the cost in RR is like 10 RR or something like that. Actual RR is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 RR. Oh wait, and 1 was a break even. So 9. Was it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait 1 second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, so it's 9. Actual R is -9. Oh, -9. Actual trades is 10. Actual EV. Bro, I'm gonna calculate this later because I don't want to do this right now. Potential R, potential trades, potential EV. So everything not following rules, it costs me an extra 8 RR. 8 RR lost just like that. So look at this, 8 RR, and in the past week, okay, 0. Okay, nothing. 1 RR. No, I think something is wrong here, but I don't know. Okay, let's look at the trades, man. So this whole week, these whole weeks, only 2 trades were good. this plus 6 and this minus 1, which would have made me up. It would have put me up 5 RR for the month. 5 RR in a month is really decent, you know. Some people make that in a year, and I know I could do more based on management because this trade, I think I could have captured like 13 RR on it because of management, but I guess you guys know that I always trail with the SL, used to be out of the trade quicker, and I gotta work on that because there was a reason for me to do that because I wanted to pass quicker by not being in the trade for too long, so I can enter on the lower time frames, so I don't have to close the trade at 10 when I'm on the hires, you know, because the trade's gotta be closed at 10 p.m. my time. So the intention behind it is just me wanting to make more profit, and it's all these psychological issues that will come to bite you in the ass later. So yeah, I would have been up plus 5, but as you can see, I think I'm down like since when was this? Let me look. I am at break even, literally. I'm at break even, which is surprising because oh, I think I didn't add the first couple trades. Wait, so let me see. I'm only gonna do this and then I'm gonna end the video. But soybean oil futures. Soybean futures. So this one, I think. That's weird. Why would I only put that one? No, something's wrong. Oh, what the hell? What day was this? The 23rd. Okay, so I did put all the trades in. I think I missed these. Did I put these in? Like, okay, let me take these ones out. Well, actually, let me put them. Let me keep them in anyway, because it doesn't matter. But you can look. I'm at break even right now. Let me make this a bit smaller. Yeah, this is not looking good. This curve could have looked a lot different. I break even also. I don't break even fast enough on a lot of trades. So yeah, I want to break even as soon as as it's above my entry, candle above my entry, because this loss rate is way too high. Like I can make this bigger. So I know what to work on, and I will keep making updates, weekly updates to like go over my trades, and we'll really work on following these rules I have for myself, you know, to mitigate the losses, because it's not necessary at all. I would have saved so much, but it goes to show, man, backtesting is a whole lot different than forward testing. Um, because a lot of these entries I took forward testing, I wouldn't even took backtesting, you know. So it's the same journey you had on backtesting, but on live. So yeah, I'm not gonna make it too long. That's everything. Till the next time.